All right, you now have a domain name and you also have a host provider. The next step in this process is to get your domain name communicating with your host provider. And how we do that is point the name server of your domain name to your host provider. What are we talking about? How can we point our domain to our host? Well, the first thing that you want to do is go back to your host provider, and if that's InMotion Hosting, log into your account management panel and go down to your technical details there and scroll down to where it says name server 1, name server 2, and with a pen and paper, write down the information that you're seeing there. Now, if you're going with some other host provider, this information may have also appeared in your welcome email. For example, here's that old welcome email that I got from Pacific Host, and here in the welcome email, I find where they list this name server information that I am going to need in order to point my domain to my new host. So if you are not able to find that information in your client site at your host provider, check out the welcome email. It's probably there. You're looking for something called name server 1 and name server 2. Write down the information for both of these. The next step that you need to do is go to the website where you registered your domain. And in my case, I've got most of my domains registered at GoDaddy. And so I'm going to use this as an example of how to point your name servers. But just in case you have yours registered at some other website, don't worry. I think I can hook you up with some detailed information of what you may need to do differently at a different site. But let's first of all do it here at GoDaddy. And so what you want to do is log into GoDaddy and then click on Domains. And it'll give you a list of the domains that you have already registered there. I have several. Here it is here, Vivid Media Productions. And so once you've found the website name that you want to point to your new host, just slide across and hit the Manage button. And here you are actually able to change a lot of things in relationship to the website that you have registered. But what we're looking for today is changing the name servers. And so it's right there under Settings. And just go down and click the Manage button. When you sign up for a website address at GoDaddy, what it does is by default assigns you name servers that are managed and run by GoDaddy. And what we want to do is change these name servers to be able to be recognized by our host provider. And in order to do that, we just need to hit the Custom button. And here we can add a name server. And here's where I will type in the 2 name servers that I wrote down from InMotion Hosting a moment ago. And once you have it typed in, just hit OK, hit Save, and it'll give you a little message up here that your request has been submitted, but changes may take a few moments to take effect. And so you might just want to hang out here at GoDaddy for a minute or two, maybe go grab a coffee or a sandwich, and check back in a few moments, and then just hit the refresh button up here and watch and see if your name servers have changed to the ones that you plugged in. And indeed, in our case, they have. So once you have done that and you've confirmed that they have taken, you can close out of your registrar. And even though they have shown up as being accepted at GoDaddy, it may actually take a little time for your website name to propagate throughout the internet worldwide. What I've really done just now by changing the name servers here is that I've set it up so that when people type in my new website address, they are going to be directed to the computer servers of InMotion Hosting instead of going to the computers at GoDaddy. And that type of information actually does take a little time to get propagated out into the whole worldwide internet. It may show up as being ready to go quite quickly in the country where you are, but it may take up to 24 hours before people in other parts of the world will actually be able to find you at your new host provider. So just expect that your website, if you start working on it right away, may not actually work properly for 24, and they say even up to 48 hours worldwide. Okay, last thing is, what if you had your site registered at someplace other than GoDaddy and you're struggling to figure out how to change it at the website where you registered yours? Well, here at your account management panel, let's just go back to my account. You'll see there's a little link down here that says Pointing My Domains Name Servers. And here, if you scroll down, you'll see that there are little tutorials for the main web registrars that are out there. And so just look for the one that you signed up with, and there should be a good text tutorial there on how to change the name servers. Or it looks like it might be also a video tutorial on how to change the name servers at the registrar that you may have gone with. All right, well, I believe that does it for how to point your domain name to your host.